Welcome to your May monthly reading with Cup of Tarotpy. This is going to be a very thorough reading the energies around love, career, finance, and blocks for this month, further broken down into each month of the zodiac. So depending on when your birthday lies, there's a special reading for each month and a masculine feminine read. Keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate with you, so only take what applies to your situation. You can always check in for your weekly energy check-in and full moon and new moon reading. If you do not believe in moon energy, that's okay. It's always a good time, about 15 days apart, to do a personal inventory on what you may want to release or review or start to create. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that said, please enjoy your reading. Hi, Libra. Let's get started with your May 2020 reading. Funny thing happened while I was sitting and shuffling the cards and getting ready for your reading. I had the feeling to split the deck, as in like section them out and restack them. I don't usually do that, but for some reason I felt that was a need, so we'll see if that manifests anywhere in the video. I just felt the need to let you know. We're going to start with Oracle card. I'm going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Reid. They're just so beautiful and so positive. So let's get a little guidance, overall tone for the reading. Libra, May 2020 monthly reading. There we go. Butterfly. Number 11. Butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this if you need to. I like to put them as my backdrop. Just a little reminder through the month of what to focus on. So transformation is beautiful. So have you broken away from something with that splitting in the deck? Have you decided to go your way, perhaps? You kind of need to embrace it, right? That transformation is beautiful. You never know what you'll become, but it's good to embrace it. All right, now let's get the whole section. So let's start with love. This can be relationship, heart-centered relationship, soul connection. Okay. Love for Libra 2020, May 2020, love for Libra. Okay, ending communication. That's the Eight of Wands reverse. Ending forward motion or traveling. That's stopping in your tracks, okay? Whether it's verbally or physically. We'll, of course, read into this. But we have some Eight of Wands reverse going on here. In the relationship, that's a heart-centered relationship, okay? So what about finance and career? Let's get a baseline. Finance and career for Libra. Ten of Swords reverse. So something has ended. This isn't currently happening. This is something that did happen. A total shift. Something you self-identified with. Whether that's clearly it's in career, but it could also be kind of how you are about your money. That is an ego shift. Okay. Now, any sort of blockages that Libra needs to be aware of for May 2020? Any sort of blockages? Okay, feeling abandoned, feeling out in the cold. Feeling not knowing how to connect. This can also be feeling put upon, right? Like you have to focus on everyone but yourself. You have the Five of Pentacles in the upright. I'm getting like I don't want to say codependent, but like identifying with only with a certain connection. Like, who am I without this person? You're not knowing who you are just as an individual. But we'll go deeper and we'll see what that is. So let's start with this Eight of Wands. Definite communication, travel, incoming. It's going to be incoming or outgoing. but those wands are on their way somewhere, and it's fast and it's direct. So this is slow. This is halted. This has come to a halt. Let's get the energies around this, please. Okay. Okay. And what's hidden? What's the underlying? Okay. Time to heal, Libra. Time to reflect. Because this relationship where everything has come to a sudden halt, it's because the blinders were taken off. You have what led up to this is the Eight of Swords reverse. What your current state is heartbroken, pain. And where's it going? A completion of a cycle. What was the underlying energy? Healing. So this is reflecting. Seeing everything you've been through and starting to understand and contemplate why. You're starting to ask a lot of why questions, Libra. Why am I doing this? Why am I staying here? Why do I tolerate this? Those kind of questions. It led to you taking blinders off. It led to you really sinking into yourself and not just waiting for others to break you free, to shine some light. And I'm really sorry to see that you're in the heartbreak area, but you know, it's the first step, right? It's anytime you break away from anything, even if you want to, it can even pull on those heartstrings. You might have broken their heart. If you're like content in it because you're really reflecting on what you need and you're content in it, they're very heartbroken. But this tells me the truth is the truth, right? Whatever's true to you, since you're transforming, and this can be at any level. This could even go into like gender change, sexual preference change, shift, right? Just getting to know yourself better, and you're transforming. Any way you get closer to your true self, the better, right? It's beautiful. It's hard, but it's beautiful. It doesn't always feel good, but it is beautiful, because then you can shine your true light. Because what's happening is you're leveling up. This is much like the cocoon to the butterfly, right? A worm turns into a butterfly. This person shifts worlds. Their world becomes a new place. They're ending the journey of the hero. The fool or the hero. The tarot starts with the fool, ends passing through the world, right? Completion of a cycle. And now you get to work, like level up. But I love that the underlying hidden energy in this was the fact that you were questioning things. You were healing. You were contemplating. So Libra, you might be in heartbreak right now. And of course, this can take this cycle, it can step into many different areas. You can even end up back with a person if you left them and you weren't sure, but you'll be a new person in the relationship. You will be a different person. You're going to be coming at this from a whole different point of being, right? So just let everything settle in. I'm hearing settle. Like, let it settle in. Like, let the dust settle. Okay? You just went through something big. Opening your eyes is something huge. Feeling your gut feelings and knowing you need to act on them is huge. So I'm proud of you. Although it might feel a little weird, I'm not getting this heavy negative feeling, so I'm surprised this heartbreak card is here. But this was a feelings-based shift. Most of your cards are under the 7, right? You're under 7, so that's feelings-based. All right, let's move on to career and finance. So what is about to end or just ended? 10 of Swords, that's a completion, right? And it's usually kind of painful, so I'm feeling like this is an ending, but it's not painful. That's why it's in reverse. Let's see, around your money and career. It's almost like you knew it was coming, so you're stable, you're prepped for it. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so something was out of balance. You were needing balance. You were not, the reciprocity wasn't there, right? This guy, this is what was hidden. The need for things to have an even exchange, right? He knows what he has to give, so he never gives too much, because he knows he has to keep himself stable if he wants to keep being a giver. And if that was not there, you wanted it. On top of that, you're Libra, right? So you want things in balance. So you have the Knight of Swords. So the past was you were coming up with the truth. So you have the Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Where's it going? The Justice. Justice. It's going to justice. It's going to balancing, and that's your card, Libra. And why? What was the motivator? What was hidden behind the scenes that was kind of like fueling this to happen in your life right now? The need for balance. The need to get what you give or give what you get, right? So something was out. You were dead set on this feeling, which makes sense because you're Libra. That's why you take forever to make small decisions, right? Oh, my Libras. Because you need things to be just, right? Otherwise it doesn't feel right. Your balances need to be balanced, or you personally feel off balance. So something was off, and this quest for truth or the right way to be. And this guy, I just focused on this tower on fire in the back, an inferno. So this is definitely justice driven. So something was unjust. So now you're in this phase of manifesting something new, because you were cutting out, you were exposing what wasn't right, what wasn't, I want to say kosher, right? It wasn't, it was off balance. Either you were taking advantage, or you felt like you were being taken advantage of, or you saw it happening. Maybe you weren't directly involved, but you're like a whistleblower. You were like, this can't be right. I'm going to take action on this thing that's not right. And now it's time to create something new. So you're in this new position. A new offer is coming to you because you stood by your gut. You stood by what felt right, and you stood up for people or yourself. And where's it going? It's going to justice. And that's another 11. 11, 11. Right? So he's got this sword. His looks like he's got some blood on it, right? He's been through this battle. He's always on a journey. He's taking action. And she's holding that up. And she's like, step forward. This is the sword of truth. And she needs to weigh things out. Right? Right before... Yeah. She's got 2 towers too. So what tower needed to fall? What needed to be rebuilt? They're going to be rebuilt in balance. Okay? Things are going to be just. This is either justice coming to you or you creating justice. I feel like you're creating justice because there's this Pentacle card right here. And it's a transformation of an unjust system or unjust thing. So I don't know, was something happening with your money where it was like you found out, you thought you had like you were like gaining 10% interest and you were gaining 1.0 interest, or you found out the way things were being invested it was misleading. Something about being misled, like the company you were with were misleading people. There's now going to be justice, and you're coming out on top because there's going to be balance. If you work in the law, or if you work directly in banking or money, you're causing a level of balance to happen because something was not above board and you're making it new. You're shifting it. This is coming to you. This is your ability. This is an offer, definitely an offer, and it gives you justice, or you brought this offer of justice around to other people. I'm definitely feeling that both ways, so it can go either way. And out with the old. This is definitely out with the old. It's done. It's over. Please don't ask for it back. You can only look at it in the picture. It's not coming back. It was like a whistleblower kind of situation. So you could have pulled your money out of like an investment or a bank or who you do your money with. You could have been like, oh, now I see what's really going on, and ending it. Somewhere around those lines, truth was seen. All right. Now what's in the blockages? Oh, okay. So this makes sense with both of these. If something was unjust, you're feeling out in the cold. Or you're feeling like you're always trying to save someone, right? This is always a sticky time of life. Fives are always when you're learning a lesson, but you have to go through it enough until you're like, okay, I get it. All right, please let up on me. I get it. Learning the lesson. And you better learn it good or you'll go back through it, right? But here you got the 6. So that was your motivating energy to come out of this. Because you always want to go up the scale. You want to go from 0 to 10, right? lots of pressure feeling from this. I'm feeling like you always felt like you have to be there for people. So what's this blockage? Putting other people first? Blockage. Okay. Okay, well, oh, wow. Okay, what's this blockage? This blockage this is pretty clear. You felt like you were tied to something, and the wool was being pulled over your eyes, and you were like, that's not what I want long term for my future, right? And this could have been a king energy. That can be male or female, but it's definitely a charmer, right? It's someone who's very inspiring and gets you to follow them. So what you have the Four of Wands upright, the Seven of Cups reversed, and the King of Rods. Underlying hidden energy is this family card, or it's the Ten of Pentacles. So you got a lot of pentacles this time. You have all pentacles and swords, just a little bit of cups. This is reversed, this cup's reversed, the rest are swords and pentacles. Interesting. Not a lot of heart intensity. But basically, your blockage towards all this transformation is what you thought you had, idealism, being like, this is the one, and this is how it's going to be. Aiming for your ideal. I don't know why I keep hearing the word ideal. You're transforming. So even the caterpillar will turn into a butterfly. Yeah, it's the same bug, right? But it has totally transformed. So if the person you're with is not who you're like, you've changed so much, or if you're totally changing and it's disrupting your relationship, or it's disrupting how you are willing to conduct yourself in your career, or how you're okay using your money, just know you're the same person. You've just grown. You've just shifted. Because you have your end goal of what you're wanting. You want stability. You want long-term legacy. You're being fueled by your long-term goals. So this is union, this is contracts, this is commitment. And this is getting clear on what you want. And the King of Rods can inspire other people. And I kept feeling like you're a leader over here in the finance area. And he's definitely a leader. So you may be embodying that, like leaving the queen energy, feeling like you have to take care of everyone and nurture everything and kind of be so strong, right? Kings don't feel like they have to be strong. They've just adopted this energy. They're just, what do you call them? They're masters of their skill. So they've started small and got to the point where they take over the whole kingdom, right? And they have to make decisions on that big level. And you're thinking on that big, long-term level. That's fueling your direction. So whatever's been going on, your blockage. Oh, so if this is a blockage, you might need to let this transform. What your long term was, you might need to let it transform because there's been other changes in your life. Or you need to realize that you get to have this, because if this is being left out in the cold, you're either the helper or you're the one needing help, right? So depending on which side you lie on, it's not forever. Nothing's forever, right? It can shift. It can grow. Transformation is beautiful. Think of all the things you've learned through the hard time or helping others through their hard time, and see who that made you now, right? It's bringing you into king energy, or it's helping you attract king energy, adopt king energy. That's really nice. Yeah, because your blockage is feeling like you don't belong anywhere. Feeling like you're not connected, or that you're just like an assistant, where you're not just an assistant. Okay, now let's see. Let's specify this a little bit. So Libra's born in September. Libra's born in September. Let's get a message for you. Libra's born in September. What time is it? Okay, we're going to do 1915. Libra's born in September. Message for you. Canary spirit, sing your own song, become yourself. That's a number 3. Number 3 is a trinity number, right? It's like adding the third piece to the duo. That's hiring a architect. Once you've bought the land and you put the money aside to build a house, it's hiring the architect, right? But this is sing your own song, becoming yourself, unity within. You got to know who you are to sing your own song. That's really beautiful. Okay. Now, let's get signifier. Canary spirit. Let me put this down here so I can build on it. Canary spirit. Libra September. Libra September. Okay, the well. That's card number 22. Right? This is kind of specific to this deck. The well is speaking to, let me just pull it up real quick. But it's that, let's see. The well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration, and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. So this is growing, nurturing, creativity, right? So the well, this is growth. Growth from that depth, that deep place, right? You're nurturing yourself. You got to nurture yourself into your new being. This transformation is beautiful. If you're nurturing other people, or if you're nurturing a company, you have the tone that it needs. Healing again. Queen of Wands. Okay. Okay, so emotion. This cycle was time to shift. It's time to shift so that you're the leader, and things that are right by you should be helping other people right now. You have this guiding light. The past was being this healing, this guiding light, the star. Then we get into King of Swords reverse. And then we have Queen of Rods upright. That's where it's leading. What was behind this is these secrets. It is the cycle. This is gorgeous moon energy, right? Feminine energy. And you got 2 towers again. So, Libras in September, whatever you saw, whatever you were feeling was right, and when you went into this healing and all these why questions, you're being guided correctly. You stepped out of the emotions. You stepped away from something that was very unjust, very unfair. Currently, that's what you're doing right now. Either if you're that person or if you're the person conflicting it, you're able to inspire, okay? These two are so conflicting. She can overpower him, no problem, right? Because he's just like a tyrant. If he's usually in the upright, so just and diplomatic, he's the exact opposite here. And how are you going to approach this? Or what does it turn it into, dealing with this or breaking away from this? What does it lead to you to? The Queen of Rods, the Queen of Wands, starting a journey, being nurturing, being inspiring. People just are attracted to her. You know, she's often like the mistress card, right? But you somehow knew like a secret or a deeper layer than everybody else. And you knew it was time to change. And now your shift is inspiring other people. Okay, September Libras. That's amazing. You might be uncomfortable in it, depending on your like rising and moon sign and all that. It was like the thing that you felt like you were missing or not being told, or something that you knew that other people didn't know. You were like, oh no, this is not okay, and it's time to shift. Your shift is going to help others. Once again, that shift, that transformation. It's beautiful. All right, let's see. October Libras, October Libra, specific message. The Ten of Wands. Okay, letting go of burden. Letting go of everything you thought, right? All these journeys, all these lessons, all these battles you've won, however you want to take it, you were carrying them with you, and you're realizing there can be a total shift. Maybe you just learn to do the opposite. Like, okay, but you got, like, this is what I knew, but now I just know that's not what I want. So you put them down. Let go of these burdens. It's a lot to carry, you know, especially if you're going far, like into the future, like thinking long term. It's okay to put them down. You learn from them, put them down, so you can grab a new one. New rod. Okay, new beginning. Do you see that? You put all that down. You put everything you thought you knew or you thought you had to do, or all those journeys you went through. You're like, whoa, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to be that anymore. Yep, you were playing along. So if you're Libra born in October, you were playing along. And you realize you want to bring justice to yourself. You want to balance things out. I mean, that reflects that 6 of Pentacles here. Still no cups. Very interesting. But we do have emotions, but we also have emotions in reverse. So in the back, maybe you were harsh. You were the breaker of the news that was unsettling to everybody. Or the one willing to say the things no one else wanted to say. Or someone did that to you. And it made you realize, oh no, I need to get it together. I need to feel right within myself. And I say that because you're Libra and this is balance and these are pentacles. But he's like, okay, what do I do with all this? How do I make it work for me? Right? That's where you currently are. How do you make it all work? How do you balance it out? What's coming? A new beginning. The Fool, that's the beginning of the hero's journey. And right here in love, you have the World. That's the end of the hero's journey. You can also call it the Fool's journey, right? This guy just has faith. He knows what feels right. Transformation is beautiful, right? He knows what feels right in his gut. He might not know every step yet, but he's going to head in that direction. Even if people think he's crazy, putting down everything he knew or she knew, right? Putting it all down, moving forward. Because before, you were kind of letting everything happen without taking much action, right? You were like, okay, I'll let everything hit these swords and not really take my personal action. I'm just going to let it resolve around me, which is fine. Okay, let me put this. Oh, I didn't get my little October Libras. Let me get you your oracle. Okay, September Libras, they have sing your own song. So what about October? What do they need to know? What do they need to know with this total balance out and new beginning and dropping of the old? What do they need? Porcupine. Time for beginner mind. Oh my gosh. With the 10 of Wands reversed and the Fool, that's beautiful. 48. Card number 48. Time for beginner mind. That's like seeing everything from a fresh new perspective. That's this transformation. Your eyes were opened. Something caused you to open your eyes and just see that everything is not what you wanted, or you were not cool with what it was. And you were like, time for me to move, shift. Let me just read this from the book because this is kind of different. When Porcupine Spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old, confirming stories no longer have a hold on you. Oh my gosh. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you've been seeking. Why, right? What's out of balance? Seeking the truth, Knight of Swords. Whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There's so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover, right? That's like this whole new transformation, because the whole butterfly transformation, you become a completely different insect, right? You're dropping these wands, you're looking for the new beginning, you totally brought something to a halt, or this could all happen to you, or you caused it, right? But something caused you to be like, let me do a 180 right here, right? That's awesome. I know it's a little daunting, but I don't feel heavy energy around this, so I hope you're not in your life. I hope you're just like okay with being okay with it. It was time. Okay, so masculine energy. Okay, 9 of Cups. What do you wish for? What do you desire? 9 of Cups. Masculine energy. This is really naming what you want. 9 of Cups. Clarify this. Masculine energy. Okay. You have so much truth happening. Authenticity. Yep, do what's good for you. Do what's good for you. Don't work on it if it's not your truth, and do what's good for you. A lot of people, this is like the cheating card, secrets card, right? This is victory. This is victory out of not continuing. Like in the upright, this is working on it, but you're not working on it. You are figuring out what you desire. And that's wonderful. You got to know what you desire. How else are you going to have it? And this is also abundance. So in the masculine energy, now that you've stepped into your truth, you're going to have abundance, but keep it close to your chest, right? Don't put it out there. This guy doesn't let people know what's going on. He kind of works in the shadows, and it's not always to be sneaky. I feel like there's a truth that came out in a partnership, right? Or in ideas you shared with somebody, or 2 people shared different ideas than you, but you had your own. You were like, oh, that doesn't jive with me. The Fool reversed. Feminine energy. Sorry, moving into the feminine. Fool reversed. What about this Fool reversed? What about it? Okay, so the feminine energy, whether that's you're reading that like you have masculine and feminine. On the feminine side, the receptive side, the creative side, the fluid side, you're paying off a little bit of karma. Right now, you're balancing something out, or your wheel of life is turning, right? The wheel of fortune. You're going to feel a little sad, but you're going to realize, look, you finally got cups. Woohoo. So your intuition, you were blocked, right? You weren't tapping into your intuition. What's this? Page of Rods. Okay. You weren't tapping into your intuition. Oh, sorry. You got the High Priestess reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 5 of Cups. So moving forward, what about this 5 of Cups? Hang on. Let me just get one more card right here. 5 of Cups. What about you? Ace of Cups. So coming out of start realizing you come first, right? This left out, you have to come first. This Queen of Rods, you have to come first, because if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of others? So you had to kind of get your heart broken or break someone's heart because you knew it wasn't right. You just came out of like a karmic situation. You were stagnant and you've totally shifted. It's time for this wheel to turn, right? Whoever needs to fly off is going to fly off. And this is divine timing. And you might be a little sad about it. Some other people might be sad about it. Some people who thought they'd be in your future, they're not going to be. But that's okay, because you're looking out for yourself. You're entitled to feel love. You're entitled to feel like not lonely, not on the outskirts. Even when you're like, it's like when you're in a group or you're in a union, like partners in a business, but you just always feel like your ideas are never heard, or you just don't feel connected, so you feel lonely. It's not really that you're lonely. You're just with the wrong people in the wrong situation. Okay, feminine. So don't keep that going. Let it end. Don't start your journey in that. Start your journey in that Ace of Cups upright. And then just a quick little closing message from the universe. What do my Libras in May? What's your advice? What do you want them to know? Okay. Things are turning. Oh, wow. We could keep going. Okay. All right. We're going to keep it here. These are just kind of, that's the heartbreak. That's feeling out of your element. That's a strength reverse. And then we have the Page of Wands, which was that random card that was over here. So something that didn't come through, a message that kind of caught you off guard, made you feel like the wool was pulled over your eyes and you were like, what? This is totally different than what I thought it was. That popped up in here too. The background to the sorrow. Look, that was karma. Either you were paying it off or you were teaching someone a lesson. That's all right. You got the wheel here, right? The same wheel. The wheel of fortune. And the Hierophant. This is a new contract. This is a new beginning. This is you either furthering your education, furthering your knowledge, committing to Death reverse and King of Swords reversed again. Okay, you had King of Swords back here reversed. Where was your King of Swords reversed? He is here. Okay, under them. What was that? That was, oh, September. Okay. So what wasn't changing, whoever wasn't maturing and who was ever being like really cold and bitter, you are rising above that. You're learning from that, and that was your little lesson you were going through. Okay? That was your lesson. To learn how to walk away. To learn how to rise above. And let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it was whatever was cold and not moving and not transforming, and that wasn't for you. That was not for you. One more card, please. Four of Wands. Okay, that was the October, right? You had Four of Wands over here. Who had Four of Wands? That was pretty clear. Well, somewhere in here, there was a Four of Wands. But basically what you were committed to, it was too cold for you. You were coming with a warm heart. Well, one side was coming with a warm heart, and the other one was like, I don't want anything to change. I'm not really feeling it, but it's just what it's supposed to be, and let's keep it. But that wasn't enough, and it's time to transform. Transformation is something beautiful. Spread these wings, right? It's time for a beginner's mind. Sing your own song, okay? Commit to what feels right for you. Don't commit because you're supposed to. Supposed to is like, you could say that about anything. Okay, Libras. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I was kind of shocked with a lot of little things that came out, so sorry if I got like a little serious and maybe a monotone. But I kept getting a lot of messages while this was happening. So I will see you for your full new moon readings, and I hope you enjoy. See you soon. Bye.